Alright dickheads, welcome back to video games. I'm unenthusiastic. In this episode we're looking at
Pac-Man X.
developed by Adam Sinclair for the PC. Right, where do we start with this one then? Okay, graphics, they're lacking. The maze is made up of two types of grey, the most inspiring colours. You play a blue Pac-Man and you are chased by red Pac-Men instead of ghosts. There are no power pills. You basically have to get all the pills that are currently in the stage to progress whilst avoiding said red Pac-Men. It's boring. It's also grid-based, which means you can just turn into walls and stop your momentum, which is not like the original Pac-Man, where you should be on a rail. The only way you can turn is if you're at a junction, and then you can move into that junction. So yeah, enough of this grid-based bollocks. It really gets on my nerves. The somewhat slight improvement that we've been having over some of the other NAF clones is there is some sound. We have in-game music, which is something. It's very repetitive. We don't have any sound effects though, and there is no other music available in the game, not even on the title screen or any sort of there's nothing else going for this. This is incredibly bare bones. There is not a lot going on here. It's also very, very difficult. So the enemy Pac-Men, they have some AI, so they will chase you depending on how close you are to them, but most of the time they like to stick to one area, making it incredibly difficult for you to get to certain pills. They just love to crowd into certain places, and it's very strange how I don't understand how this happens, because I have noticed that when you get closer to the other Pac-Men, they do make a run for you. So there is obviously some AI at play here. They're not just on a track like they were in the last clone that we looked at. There is something going on. But yeah, for whatever reason, they love to huddle up in certain areas, making it very difficult for you to get certain pills, and making it also incredibly difficult for you to progress through the game. This is really hard work for what is actually quite a naff experience. There's just not a lot going on here. I can't really recommend it, but in a weird way, it's kind of solid. Like, it certainly presents a challenge. There is some AI. It does control sort of like a Pac-Man game should. It's just not quite there, and it is very dull to look at. You know, just too grey is the colour that you will often look at, and that's not great, is it? Pac-Man X is somewhat passable, but I don't know if I totally recommend it.